What is good, people of the internet and beyond? My name is Jay Sean.
And you can call me Natty.
We're joined again. He's back because Braun Strowman didn't eat him.
Back. We're back from a hiatus. Your boy got caught up with a lot of schoolwork, but now I'm back and I'm whooping school's ass. And now
They got a 20-page paper due Monday. So.
all right, listen, we're not talking about it. I got it for the most part done. So, in the meantime, we're going to have fun with this video.
But in the meantime, we're going to get started with the weekly rundown brought to you by What the Wrestling. We are here. Y'all know what this is all about. We're going to run down Raw, SmackDown, tell y'all which one was better in our opinion, and, leave it up to the open discussion if you want to fight us on these subjects, because you can. This is America. Or wherever you happen to be when you watch this video, because we don't know where all of our fans are.
Pretty sure we can see the analytics on that
We
stuff.
could, but whatever.
I'll look at it some other time. But let's not talk about the world perspective, and let's talk about, instead of the world perspective, let's talk about World Wrestling Entertainment.
Oh, that was terrible.
Oh, come on.
No, that was a good segue.
Terrible.
That was a good segue.
Let's start with Raw this week. Raw started off with Brock Lesnar. Sorry, the reigning, defending, undisputed, Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world, Brock Lesnar.
I really like that voice crack in there. That was quite.
I felt like it went authentic Paul Heyman with that one.
Yeah.
But no. Actually, sorry. I'm jumping so far ahead.
Yes, yes, you are.
I'll say Raw actually started off with a
Tribute.
A tribute to Bruno Sammartino.
The legend. The man who held the WWE, well, at the time, WWF title for almost... It was like 8 years or something like that.
7 years, 8 months, and a day.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
close enough to 8 years.
We aren't going to spend more than 10 seconds. We do know, we understand the legend of Bruno Sammartino, but we have already done our part for that last week. After the vignette,
we had reigning, defending, undisputed
all of that
Universal Heavyweight Champion world, Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman came out. Jay, what was the one thing that you have said before about Paul Heyman? Or no, was he you said that?
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good at wasting. He's the best person I know that can spend 10 minutes talking about nothing.
And that's literally what he did here. He spent at least 10, 15 minutes talking about nothing.
Like, you can do that when you're the best talker in the business.
But that's the point, though. He's so good at talking. You're just listening to him talk for 10 minutes, and he hasn't said anything that we first haven't already heard. And second, was really of any relevance to what was really about to happen, which is the Greatest Royal Rumble, which will probably be going on at the time this video goes live. So
Probably.
We
or afterwards.
Give or take some hours. We don't know.
But nevertheless, basically he's saying that Roman Reigns is going to be absolutely destroyed, million different bits, Roman Reigns comes out, and I think this is the most relaxed I have seen Roman Reigns in months. He comes out and he's like, look, I don't know how I'm getting back, but I'm going to Saudi Arabia, and I'm winning the belt. Believe that.
Was he the most relaxed or the most exhausted?
He legitimately was like, I really, you're right, Paul. I don't know how I'm coming back to the United States, but I know that I'm coming back with that title.
Time out. How do you not know how you're coming back to the United States? Did they not buy the return ticket for him?
They're gonna they're gonna leave him home.
They said not unless you win that championship, Roman.
Which I will admit, when Roman said what he did, they had a really good shot of Brock actually like, oh, you really think so? Kind of, because I will admit this much, they've done a good job making us feel like Roman and Brock legitimately hate each other. I will, like, as much as I don't like Roman and I don't like this feud, they've done a good job with that. I can actually feel like the two of them kind of really hate each other and want to fucking kill each other.
I thought they do. I thought they don't like each other in real life.
I'm sure it's probably under Brock's devices.
Well, no, because I feel like what Roman said at right before Mania in one of his promos, where he was like, basically called Lesnar a part-timer and doesn't deserve to have the privilege of just coming in and winning a title whenever he wants.
I'm pretty sure, like, at least
everybody's done it before.
Yeah,
a lot of the major people have done it before.
I know, but those major people are part-timers. And that's what exactly Roman's bitching about.
But to be fair, though, if Brock had, I don't see why Brock would have a problem with that, considering the fact that he's making millions.
Yeah,
he is legitimately.
I didn't say Brock had a problem with it.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Brock, if the new contract details are true, he made $100,000 just for standing out there for 20-something minutes.
Right. What I'm saying is, I feel like Roman doesn't respect Lesnar and therefore doesn't like Lesnar because of his part-time status, and then Lesnar on the flip side of that couldn't care less about Roman, but doesn't like Roman for the fact that he doesn't give him the respect.
It could go either way, but nevertheless, let's get away from that feud because we'll see the results of that at the Greatest Royal Rumble in a steel cage match.
Honestly, this whole segment was kind of boring to me. It felt flat for it to be a Brock Lesnar confronting his challenger.
I was like, let me put it like this: like, I'm fine with the Roman Reigns part, but like Paul Heyman should have talked like 5 minutes less. Like, after a while, he's just droning on.
That's true.
Afterwards, we had Elias. He's out there in the middle of the ring. He's about to play the guitar. He doesn't even get a chance to strum a single note before we hear "Glorious." Yes.
I won't give in. I won't give in. Oh, so glorious.
Where's the volume? Anyways, no. Okay. Elias.
Give a damn. Keep going.
Bobby Roode came out.
No. I was gonna.
Bobby Roode came out, interrupting instantly, and these two, they would have a match. This was a solid match. I mean, for Bobby,
for Elias, isn't it like their first time that they've ever?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
plus, if nothing else, this is Bobby Roode's first singles match on Raw. So.
Yeah, Bobby Roode's never been on Raw.
But like, this is the first time to have met because Elias, he's not from outside WWE like Bobby Roode was. Yeah. So,
what's interesting to me about this is if this is going to turn into a legitimate feud between Elias and Bobby Roode, I'm going to be kind of disappointed.
What's up?
Neither person can really lose when you think about it. I mean, no. Listen. When I say neither person can really lose, I mean like neither person should lose. Is what I'm saying.
Should, yes, but
right.
Honestly,
what I'm saying is because Elias has so much momentum going for him right now. He's beating superstar. He's not squashing, but he's beating other superstars. And if Bobby Roode just came in and dominated him, I mean, it would propel Roode to the main scene, sure. But you don't want to squash Elias, who's a new up and comer. But you also don't want to squash Roode because he just came to Raw.
I'll make the case for if Roode has to come out on top. Elias has gotten to that point to where he can take the loss and it won't hurt him too much.
Yeah.
Because one of us is like, think about all the people that he has lost to recently. I mean, he lost. I'll say John Cena. He lost at Elimination Chamber. He lost to. He lost to Braun how many times?
He got eaten at the Elimination
Yeah, but
Chamber.
you can make the argument that Braun just. It doesn't matter who Braun wins against because. Or it doesn't matter who loses against Braun. I'll put it that way.
It's one of those, like, either way, it's interesting that these two got put together, and especially interesting the fact that we saw Elias getting a win off of Bobby Roode on a roll-up.
Wasn't it like some weird... Was it a distraction or something happened? He was getting back into the ring and Elias capitalized on it.
Elias was able to catch Bobby Roode as he was re-entering the ring.
Yes.
And hung his shoulder up on the middle rope. And that's just what it says here in my notes.
Okay, yeah.
But nevertheless, it's like he was able to get him out on his way, and he did his finisher 1, 2, 3. Elias gets the surprise win. So,
damn right.
Welcome to Raw, Bobby Roode.
I think we might get a return match just so
there's gonna be a return match,
just so Bobby can get his win back. But I don't see them getting a feud together just because they're testing the waters for Elias still. Which is crazy because we already know what he can do. But they're kind of testing the water to be like, okay, can we trust you with the title? Which, of course they can. They will eventually. I believe before this time next year, Elias will have a championship.
He'll have at least one. I'm saying at least IC belt.
Yeah.
I could see Seth dropping it to him.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah. Anyways, after this, we had another little mini promo between Woke and Wyatt, between the Woke and Wyatts.
The Woken lovers.
Yes, I know.
Actually, they apparently they have an actual name on Raw now. The Deleters of Worlds.
Is that the official thing?
I don't. I think so. Like I heard them say it on Raw.
Okay, just because it's said doesn't mean it's official. But
I
if
don't
it is
know
official,
if it's official, but I know they did say it on Raw. They were like the Deleters of Worlds.
You know what? You know what I think they need? I think they need a third member, right? And then run the tag division. And that singles person can try and get some momentum as well.
Who knows what they'll do at this point? But
because the Woken universe deserves to be expanded.
Honestly, I could see it, but the only way they would be dominant is in like one of those silly, we're so wild and off the wall that's how we're able to maintain our dominance.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a legitimate like, we're the Bar, we just beat up everybody. But I do get where you're coming from.
Right. Nevertheless, back to the point of why I bring them up. So Hardy and Wyatt, they're
Woken lovers.
Yes, the Woken lovers, as you say. They have a match against the Ascension. Really, the only major moment that I got from this match was Victor pulled off a cartwheel, and Hardy was like, "Yes, wonderful,
wheel of cards,
yeah!" And even the Ascension got on the clap. But past that.
Are the Ascension supposed to be face or heel?
I mean...
What are they supposed to be?
They're coming off being the assistants to Breezango, and now they're just there.
Well, right now, who knows what they can do at this point. But nevertheless...
I'm excited.
Nevertheless, Hardy and Wyatt, they get the easy win to get
ahead of the greatest Royal Rumble.
Yo, can you imagine if Breezango, the Fashion Police, joined the Woken universe?
Ooh.
There's going to be at least one crossover event at that point. There's going to be
There's got to be. They're the most humorous acts on Raw. There's no way they can't collide.
After this, we had the first ever Sammy and Kevin show.
On Raw.
On Raw. Oh, no.
They did.
They never had one that was set up like Miz TV or anything like that. They claimed that it was the Kevin and Sammy, or Sammy and Kevin show, but they never had an official segment called the Sammy and Kevin show. Yeah. But no, they come out. They come out and they're saying, in the midst of our gone brother, the Miz, we decided that we need something to fill their role. That we need to kind of, I don't know exactly how they worded it or whatnot, but please allow us to introduce our first guest, General Manager of Raw, Kurt Angle. And Kurt Angle, he makes his way down the ring. There's these 3 awkward posters in the ring or whatnot. They have to get around him. There's no chair. He's like, oh, wait, sorry, here. The best for our general manager. Pulls out a freaking lawn chair for the guy.
That was humor. I actually thought that they were going to...
attack him?
No, I thought they were going to pull or have, one of the guys on the side of the ring pull up, one of those little toy, wooden chairs. I thought that was what it was going to be. I wasn't expecting him to pull out a lawn chair.
No. WWE announces a new line of, inflatable kids' chairs. They
got a little bit of money. They don't...
God almighty.
But no, Kevin, basically the entire purpose of this angle from Kevin and Sami Zayn's side was to insult Kurt the entire time. One of the best jokes of the segment. I'm not gonna lie.
You have 5 kids.
Yeah, no, he has 6.
No, it's 5.
No,
it's 6. Hold on. Oh no, it's 6. You're like, wait, where? With the reading glasses. Is there a Twitter page already for Sammy's reading glasses? I hope so. If not, I got y'all. But literally, it's just wait, I don't have. Where are you?
Oh, you forgot Jason.
You forgot Jason Jordan. We know Kurt Angle has. Oh.
But Kurt Angle was the one who had the last laugh in this one, saying, "Well, since you two are part of Raw now, I feel like it's time you guys have a tag team match against Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman." So yeah, that
the best thing on Raw.
After this, we had the tag team match, sort of retribution for what happened last week. Titus Worldwide's waiting out there when we hear the new and improved Drew McIntyre music, which, I mean, it's a slight alteration or whatnot.
I like the old one much better.
Let's be honest.
Like his NXT one or his
No.
when he first came
when he first came to WWE.
I think everyone kind of...
I like his NXT. I like his NXT music.
NXT one's solid. I'll say the NXT one's good. The one that he has right now, I see why they made a slight alteration.
I can work with it.
It's a little more intense, and I appreciate that. But
this was a very by the numbers match.
Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler.
What can we call their tag team finisher? Because it's not a Claymore kick.
It's a Claymore into a zigzag.
It's not a Claymore. He bounces off the rope. The Claymore is set up out of the corner.
The Zigmore.
Should it be the Zigmore or the Zagmore?
I called it the Clayzag.
Clayzag?
I called it the Claymore. I mean, but even still, it's not even a Claymore, though. It's not even a Claymore.
We'll call it the show.
It's just...
Okay, you know what? Fine. I can live with that. The show.
They're called the show. Mainly
or the showstopper. You know?
Well, no, because...
No, that's Shawn Michaels.
I was like, well, here's the thing. So, nevertheless, this was an easy match. We all agree with that.
But the biggest part about what this whole thing was after the match.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to.
When Drew McIntyre got on the mic, thank you, Jesus, that Dolph didn't spend a lot of time on the mic. Drew got on the mic. He basically was like, look, all of those people in the back, they've gotten soft. I'm the wake-up call that this company needs.
Yes.
I'm here. I'm going to run. He basically said that he's about to run mugshot over everybody in the back.
And Ziggler butts in saying, because we are not stealing the show, we are the show.
Which I hope they're not going for a bar replacement. I hope they're not.
We don't just set the bar.
We don't steal the show. We
don't just set the show. We are the show.
And it's very like bar-esque, and I hope they don't like.
I hope they don't stay together as a team for very long.
No,
it's gonna be at least 6 months.
You know what? 6 months, I can live with that. But after that, I want them to go to.
I honestly think they're going to be the ones to take the tag titles off.
Oh god!
They are.
I'm going to assume here that the Woken Universe will get the tag titles at the Greatest Royal Rumble, and therefore
it'll be a program that if it doesn't immediately start right after they win it, they're going to be winning it by SummerSlam time.
Exactly.
But it's whenever they win at SummerSlam time is when we're going to start getting that sort of disconnect. Dolph trying to take credit for everything.
When Drew is actually doing all of the heavy lifting.
Exactly. Right. And Drew, eventually at one point, he's going to be like, I don't need you anymore. He
doesn't need him now, to be honest. Honest. But you know what? All things considered, they wouldn't really have anywhere to put him as a single star. So I can't be too mad because
I wouldn't say there isn't, but at the same time, this is a better way to reintroduce the main roster audience.
But the reason I say that though is because they have so many other like singles feud type things going on right now that he would get lost in the shuffle, or they would just end up being like, you can show up to Raw, but you're not really going to have any airtime because we're trying to fit all of this other stuff that we're doing. So,
or I feel like if they really wanted him, they would project him at the main event scene, which might be too soon.
I mean, depending on which one. Like, if he was on SmackDown putting the main event scene, I could easily see it. He was
the chosen one.
Anyways, after this, we go backstage. Kurt Angle, Chad Gable walks in and whatnot. He's like, I really appreciate being on Raw or whatnot.
Jinder Mahal comes in.
No. I was gonna say, well, Kurt's like, well, I'm not here so you guys can be part of a tag team. I want you to be a singles competitor because you were amazing as a singles competitor.
But before we even get into anything else, can we just what is Chad Gable supposed to be doing? So is he a face now? Was the only reason he was heel? So was the only reason he was heel is because of Shelton Benjamin? Is that like that makes no sense?
Jay,
you know what? Jay. Don't even say it. I already know what you're gonna say. Shut up.
You're adding logic to WWE. There's your first problem.
I think American Alpha is gonna reunite.
At some point.
But then Jason Jordan's going to turn on him, and then that'll start a thing, and then Jason will get catapulted into whatever singles thing after them.
Well, let's get back to the singles thing that's currently going on now with, as you said, Jinder Mahal walks in. He's like, I feel disrespected. I should have my U.S. title right now.
Chad decided to run his mouth, and Jinder was like, wait, who are you? Oh, you bulked up, and you done gruesome inches. You're the
10-year-old kid from WrestleMania.
Oh my God, you're the kid. How are you? You're already back?
No, that can't be. He's got schedule conflicts. Wait, no, it can't be Mini Me. He died a couple days ago. He literally said that. He legit said that. That one was. Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't get much controversy from that one. Just like
because it was a throwaway comment. I'm sure
exactly. I was like the Mini Me. A lot of people, even though they knew him as Mini Me, they're not gonna be able to call it back that quickly if somebody says.
I mean, but I don't know. I feel like if he got called out after SmackDown for that little racist thing he said about Shinsuke.
To be fair though, he did that for weeks.
Yeah, that was one.
He had an off the wall comment.
Nevertheless, let's get back to what actually happened. After he said that comment, Chad Gable was quick to attack him, and the two.
Or at least he tried. He tried to attack him.
Yes, so the two would have a match. It's one of those, I can see why they brought Chad Gable over with this match, because he really carried this match or whatnot. Like, Jinder Mahal was good, but, Chad Gable, he had some of the bigger highlights of the match. It was a solid back and forth. It wasn't...
Yeah, I agree.
The way that one is, Jinder Mahal was set up for the Colossus, but Chad Gable, being quick, tried to do the whole entire, backflip off of the moonsault off of the corner or whatnot. Yeah. But, I feel like Jinder didn't lift at the right time, so it just looks like he just, just fell back on Jinder Mahal. But nevertheless, that got the 1, 2, 3. Chad Gable steals a win. So if Jinder Mahal wins the U.S. title back, is Chad Gable first in line?
Probably. And I'm feeling rather hopeful in this that the titles are going to switch, but the Miz is going to bring it over to SmackDown, because after whatever happened, we'll get into it later, with Daniel Bryan, they're going to get into a thing because they still have unresolved.
I'm sure they'll get back one way or another. There doesn't need to be a title on the line for it, but they're going to get...
Bro, Daniel Bryan with an IC belt?
I'd like for there to be a title on the line, yes. But I don't feel like there needs to be a title on the line for this match.
Daniel Bryan needs to have the WWE...
He's going to get that at some point as well.
At some point, yes, but he doesn't need it right now.
After this, Jay, do you want to take this match? Because this match is Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman going up against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
This match really should have been way better than it was, but at the same time, it was still really good. I agree, there was somebody who said that it should have been a squash match. I agree with that to an extent, because one, we're still trying to flesh out Bobby Lashley, because do y'all want to make him a monster like Brock Lesnar, or do you want to make him just like a super powerful demigod like Triple H that he pulls out like the big wins when he has to and all of like the big super moves when he has to, but he still eats losses? What are we trying to do with him? Because truthfully, if you wanted to make him what you couldn't have with Brock Lesnar, you could. Especially since though he's essentially the equivalent to Brock, to what in terms of sheer exactly what has happened. Yes, he is.
Right.
He is right there with Brock, because he also left with UFC for a while, went to other wrestling promotions, and then now he's back, and it's like you can tell he hasn't missed a step.
So, my thoughts. I thought it was fine.
So excited.
I thought it was fine. However, what I will say, the amount of overness for Braun Strowman in this match almost eclipsed any and everything else in the match. It's almost, he's more over than Rusev Day. I would make the argument, right? And so because of that, they keep putting Lashley with Strowman, or at least involved with Strowman in some way, whether that be in a type of match or with the tag team. And I think Strowman almost eclipses Lashley's coming back momentum. So I feel that as though if they don't pull the trigger on Lashley soon and put him somewhere quick where he can find a role, his momentum's going to be lost by Strowman. The most over man in the company. Yes. Give him the Universal Championship now.
Nevertheless, it was a fun match.
It was very, very fun.
Well, now that we got that match out of the way, I got this one, guys.
I know. Well, we know you do. We know you do.
So, a match was supposed to be set up. It was before commercial break. We had a thing that said Baron Corbin was having a match next. We come back. No Way Jose comes down in his conga line again. I guess that's his new thing, having the conga line.
Mm-hmm. The new Rosebuds.
Basically. He gets to the ring. Conga line's staying out there. Baron Corbin comes out, and he's like, Hey, I know what you're doing.
Not me.
Hey, you're not me. I mean, I know what you're doing. Right whenever my back's turned, you're gonna have at least 5 of those guys on me. You have the event. I'm not fighting you. Walks away. That was essentially how the promo kind of went.
I hate Baron Corbin so much.
And No Way Jose basically made this segment 1,000 times better with one line. Well, we might not have the match, but that doesn't mean the party has to end. Come on, guys! So they all start going back up to the stage or whatnot. They're dancing. He tells the conga line to go ahead. He dances out with the crowd for a little bit longer. Baron Corbin attacks him from behind. Watch out! So, I mean, this match is gonna... So, this is gonna be a thing for a little bit. I mean, it's one of those... for an introductory feud for No Way Jose, as long as he comes out on top, I'd be fine with this.
Hell, who is he supposed to be feuding with? Last week he did something with Jinder Mahal. This week is Baron Corbin. Is he gonna have something with?
Well, you see what Jinder Mahal's deal with now. He's got Chad Gable, so they need a backup for that. And they thought, well, we got Baron Corbin. He's not gonna do anything, so we'll make him fresh meat. I feel like this is gonna be at least 2 or 3 matches between the guys, and there's gonna be a good bit back and forth. As much as I don't want that to be the case, I honestly like both of these guys. I know you hate Baron Corbin, but...
With a passion.
Actually,
I appreciate Baron Corbin. Let me put it like that.
I can actually legitimately say that. I feel like he's one of those ones that just...
He's there.
His position has always been shortened by his own doing. Because he had the Money in the Bank, and due to he went after Dave Meltzer, so as a punishment they dropped the belt from him.
No, I thought the Money in the Bank contract was because he disrespected a soldier on Twitter.
That's what it was. It was like
it was the soldier.
Yeah, it was a soldier, bro.
Because WWE, we love our military. So, but nevertheless, as long as No Way Jose can come out of this thing on top, I'm perfectly fine with this. I
got some bad news for you.
Look. Is he always going to come out of the top when these two go back and forth with each other? No. I think Baron Corbin's going to get at least one match out of this thing, a win. But No Way Jose is going to be the one coming out on top of this thing. They just brought him up. They want to give him a little bit of momentum going forward. Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for goodness sakes, look what they did with Elias when they brought him up or whatnot. They didn't give him the spotlight right away. But whenever he was given it, he ran with it. That's what I'm hoping No Way Jose will eventually get to that point.
With Elias.
So, before I get to this next match, there was a little bit of a storyline going on throughout the night before we get to this one. So, backstage we see Seth Rollins. He looks like he's getting ready for a match or something like that.
Oh, yeah, this thing.
When the Miz Taraj comes in, and they're like, we want to personally say thank you for helping us see the light. But you know what time it is, right? It's time to burn it down. They're both wearing the Monday Night Rollins shirt or whatnot. Mm-hmm. Which, thank God WWE didn't put Seth Rollins on SmackDown Live, because otherwise those shirts would have been pointless. But
I think that's maybe the reason why they didn't put him on SmackDown.
They kind of merchandised themselves into a corner, right?
Like, we can't do it.
Anyways, but Seth Rollins is like, yeah, that's no. You guys gotta find something else. I got my own thing. They even tried doing the Shield thing with him. He's like, that's a hard no. Later on, they get they're backstage and they're like, things are different and whatnot. But we believe you need a new club or whatnot. Right. So what better way than the Baxel Club to become Balor Club? And they even held up the Too Sweet, and Finn's like, no.
Isn't the Balor Club supposed to be for everyone?
It is.
Isn't it?
But no, he walks away, and they're still holding the Too Sweet. They were still in Too Sweet, and then he comes back in the frame, and it's like, maybe there's a Too Sweet. Aww.
No.
What if the Miztourage becomes a part of the Woken universe?
That Bray Wyatt teased that.
Bray Wyatt tweeted about that.
He did tweet
about that. But it's possible.
But whenever that happened,
I can see it.
This was the best part of the whole entire thing. When their hands would go down, when Balor walked away, Bo Dallas looks at Curtis Axel, and they both look excited from him. He's like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And Curtis is like, no, I'm not. But what Bo Dallas was thinking was, let's have a match with these two guys. So that's the match that happened. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor versus the Miztourage. I mean, the Miztourage got more offense than they usually do. Let's agree to that.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that sentiment.
But nevertheless, Balor and Rollins got the easy win.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short.
Easy. So, what's Seth Rollins going to do after the Greatest Royal Rumble? Like,
He did tweet about that.
I can see it. This is the best part of the whole entire thing. When their hands would go down, when Balor walked away, Bo Dallas looks at Curtis Axel, and they both look excited from him. He's like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And Curtis is like, no, I'm not. But like we teased something with Finn, then it was with the Miz, then doesn't the Miz have his rematch clause thingy?
He does for Backlash. He does for Backlash as well.
Barring he doesn't win it and or lose it
at the Greatest Royal.
I'm pretty sure. I don't even know what. The booking has been so like all over the place. Like there was one point where Randy Orton was supposed to get the U.S. title. I mean,
but we know one thing's for sure: there's not going to be any women in the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Well, we've already established that. That's because of the.
Because of the Saudi Arabian.
That's law. The law there.
I know. It's their beliefs. And
did you hear that apparently there's supposed to be like an hour intermission for prayer?
Is there going to be that?
It was rumored. I don't know if that's like true or not. Don't hold me to that. I saw a article about it.
Are they trying to make this thing longer than WrestleMania? I mean, because they already got 8 matches planned, and then they have the 50-man Royal Rumble going with it.
Actually, 8 matches. They got 9.
They got 9?
WWE, Universal WWE, both tag team, IC US Cruiserweight. Then we got Johnson.
Yeah, there is 9 plus
the 50-man Royal.
Good Lord. And if there's an hour intermission?
Psych, I'm not watching all that.
I mean, on the bright side, it'll be at 12 o'clock in the afternoon for us.
Yeah, but still.
So it'll end right about the actual time of WrestleMania.
7 hours.
12 hours. Anyways, no, but nevertheless, so after this, we have our main event that they hyped up since the beginning, saying that since Kurt Angle let the men have the main event last week, the women got the main event this week. They had the Riot Squad with Alexa Bliss and Mickie James going up against Sasha Banks, Bayley, Natalya, Ember Moon, and Nia Jax.
I guess Natalya's just a babyface now.
Well, yeah, because the fact that she got destroyed the first week. This match, at least they gave the women plenty of time.
At least they did.
They gave it, trust me, there was at least 20, 30 minutes of the final hour or whatnot.
Yeah.
But they gave these guys plenty of time. They all got some of their big stuff, big moves off or whatever.
Oh, wow. Do you know what we missed?
What did we miss?
Before we got to that, we had a anti-bullying, quote-unquote,
vignette from Alexa Bliss.
I'll let you take this one.
And it was so odd, but it was so good, though. Like, this is the type of stuff that is like, we should have been doing this with Alexa Bliss months ago. Granted, I will admit, now is a good time to do it because they're selling that whole bullying thing. They're trying to reel back in from the whole bullying angle. But at the same time, it's like, this was so good by Alexa. Y'all could have been doing this for her back when she was still feuding with Bayley. Like, we should have had this type of stuff instead of This Is Your Life.
Well, you couldn't really do the whole entire anti-bullying thing with Bayley, considering the fact that Bayley has always been the ultimate baby face.
True, but I'm saying you could have done something similar. You wouldn't have to do the exact same thing, but just something similar to that would have been good instead of the whole Bayley, This Is Your Life thing, which was trash and a half.
No, we all know that thing was trash. In fact, thank you for bringing that back up. So I hated that segment. That segment was god-awful. Nevertheless, so the main purpose of this match was at the very end, we had Natalya going up against, I believe, Mickie James. Mickie James hits her really hard, in the knee or whatnot, and Natalya's the trainers are trying to be hey, are you okay or whatnot. She tries to leave the ring or whatnot.
No, she had already got out of the ring.
No, she had gotten out of the ring or whatnot. She was about to lift back.
She was standing up, and I think she was about to either head to the back or try to get back into the ring.
Either or.
But Mickie James kicks her a second time. And she steps onto the apron and decks her with her foot, and it's yeah, what's up now? And
then Ronda Rousey music hit
because Ronda and Natalya are supposed to be best friends because Natalya had a rather big head in training her. Let it go on record, wasn't the only one who trained her.
No, it was the
she had a big hand in training her.
But nevertheless, Ronda Rousey came out.
But you know what's something though?
What?
Which is wild because D. Brian Kendrick had apparently trained a good number of the female wrestlers.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. I
just thought
it's one of those keep in mind, he had to do something when he was in the WWE.
True.
And two, it's one of those we all can agree he's a really good wrestler.
He is.
And whatnot.
No, but I'm just saying that's so odd. you would think the WWE would hold him to a higher esteem.
I think that, well, that's the thing. With like the Cruiserweight Classic or whatnot, I believe they initially like wanted to bring him back as just a coach or whatnot. But then like they announced the Cruiserweight Classic, they're like, hey, you want to compete in this thing for us?
I can see
It's the same as like one of the coaches that was in the Mae Young Classic, or one of the people that was in the Mae Young Classic. Yeah. She's now a coach for NXT now at the Performance Center.
That's what's up.
Yeah. But nevertheless, so Ronda Rousey comes out, tries to help Natalya back. Mickie James provokes her. Ronda Rousey gets into the ring, does the arm lock thing, disqualification.
After she flips Mickie James like a freaking done pancake. She flipped. Oh, that was
match ends in
wild.
DQ, and Ronda Rousey locks in that arm lock, which
she locks in the arm lock. Then the match gets thrown out from disqualification. You didn't throw out the match when Mickie James kicked her. You didn't throw out the match when she flipped her.
If outs like as long as the person that's not in the match attacks the person in the match, it's not DQ.
That's tragic.
Trust me, if that's the case, then freaking Randy Orton should have been disqualified a million times whenever he flipped a Singh brother.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying throwing out the match, not necessarily disqualifying him, but at least throwing out the match, because at this point we've already established that somebody on the outside is taking part.
But they never like personally harmed someone until Mickie James provoked her. Anyways, but with that, that's how Raw ended. Let's get to SmackDown, shall we? SmackDown starts up with possibly the most hyped segment ever since the Superstar Shakeup. Miz TV with Daniel Bryan.
Okay. I like The Miz. I like The Miz TV segments because you always can get to, you can hear him say things and he goes off script that you think he does. And it's a good time all around. This one wasn't the best because of everything that happened. Before his guest comes out, he runs down. He's like, "I'm a changed man. I have a daughter now. I don't understand why why Daniel Bryan is still mad at me. After that's been 2 years, I've moved on from that. But I'm a changed man now. I have a daughter. Daniel Bryan, if you truly still want to punch me in the face, I understand. I will let you get your punch."
I feel like, okay, what did you honestly think of that little part right there? Did you honestly think he was changed?
No.
But I did think that it was good in the sense that he's still playing up the I have a daughter part. Because I think that they could use his daughter to work his character as much as they want. They're never going to turn him face.
No.
But having him be able to take his daughter and use her as a device to twist his character even more works.
Okay. Let me start by asking this.
The Miz is like an anti-John Cena. Has anyone noticed that?
I mean, to be fair,
in terms of character,
they'll never turn him face, just like they never turned Cena heel.
No, they've turned Miz face.
But I think he's saying like at this point. In his
when
career.
Ric Flair?
He was face. He was face some time back.
Yeah. But anyways, but no, the thing that I'm getting at is, okay, so boil down Miz's character. What's his gimmick? What's his major gimmick? What was the major point?
Movie star.
This is all an act. It's one of those. It's like he's showing that he's a change in order to get some sort of sympathy, some sort of,
Well, he's trying to.
He's trying to get some sort of sympathy from Daniel Bryan.
We're not gonna forget that commercial.
I know I can't be the father,
the man or the father that you want me to be, but I sure can't be a great law man.
All right, we're gonna do it.
You know what? I want.
Which one was better? That one or Elias's Counting with Elias?
The Miz's.
No, I like Counting with Elias.
The Miz's. Just because.
Rocky, you're the deciding factor. Which one was better?
The Miz.
Damn.
Of course he was going to say The Miz.
Anyways, but nevertheless, so The Miz is sitting out there. We think Daniel Bryan's going to come out. When all of a sudden, Big Cass's music hit. And he comes out looking clean. Oh my goodness, that suit.
His blazer looked a little bit too long for him.
No, it worked. I thought
I would have preferred him to have come out in like his ring gear or something. But they're trying to play up.
He's on Must See TV.
They're trying to play up the whole he had an alibi
Remember, he's tall, he's educated, and he's damn good looking.
He is damn good looking. No, but like he comes out there, and honestly,
so
he's trying to be like a tall JBL. I feel like without the money.
Here's the thing.
I could actually see that working as his character.
Well, here's the thing I'm gonna get. He sets a promo to where he's basically just running down Daniel Bryan, talking about everyone has all this sob story for Daniel Bryan has been out for wrestling or whatnot. I was on the shelf for 7 months with a torn ACL. Not a single person gave sympathy to me.
No one gives a shit.
The same day I got cleared. You know who else gets cleared? Daniel Bryan. I am living in the shadow of an ordinary little man.
But you know what?
Good.
But you know what's crazy?
You've been out for 7 months. He's been out for 2 years. Suck my dick from the back.
But I will admit this though. I feel like because of who he was tied to when he got injured, also played onto the why he didn't get as much pomp and circumstance when he was cleared.
Potentially, but the thing I wanted to get at is kind of one of those is like he was out there being like if anyone's gonna get Daniel Bryan, it's going to be me. I'm gonna say this. I'll let you guys tell me what you think. I weirdly enough got Edge vibes off of Big Cass, like the way he was kind of like delivering or whatnot. I don't know if it's just because he looks like a bigger Edge or whatnot, but like I got like the way he was like the way he was delivering or whatnot, it gave me...
You know what? Now that you say that, and I'm going back, Edge on the latter end of his career.
Fair enough. Yeah, exactly.
On the latter end of his career, I completely see it.
And it's one of those, like, I can see that kind of thing. But nevertheless, I thought this was probably one of, if not Big Cass's best promo that I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I mean, it's one of those, and if
he doesn't need to talk as much.
Because he's by himself.
Yeah.
Granted, though, he doesn't need to talk as much.
But it's like, I think the only other experience the main roster has whenever he had that little mini promo when he was part of that Fatal 4-Way for the Universal Championship or whatnot.
Was when he split from Enzo.
Yeah. Well, not when he split from Enzo. I'm talking about, like, this was while he was still with Enzo. Whenever...
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, you said the only other one that I can think of, and then I...
Right. You were saying that. But no, like, nevertheless, whatever Big Cass was doing during, his time off or whatnot, it worked wonderfully.
All I'm going to say is this. Big Cass, I like him. They're definitely going to try to push him as another big man. But they need to almost, not exactly, but almost give him the Braun Strowman treatment in the fact of don't let him talk all the time. Don't give him microphone time all the time. Just let him go out there, prove that he's big, strong, and can put somebody down if he needs to, and go back to the back and let that be that. Do not give him microphone time every week. We don't need to know his reason for why he just kicked the head off of somebody.
Yeah, but see, my problem with that is I feel like it won't work. It won't work because I don't think, I don't know, but I haven't seen his most athletic. I haven't seen him at his most. I haven't seen him at his most athletic. Jesus. But I don't think he's as athletic as Braun Strowman is.
No. Knowing how athletic Braun is, hell no.
But all I'm saying is I just don't. As of right now, every time we've seen him since he's coming back, which granted it's only been 2 weeks, he's said something. He's had words to exchange with somebody. Stop doing that. If you really want to get him over as a big man, just let him do what big men do in the WWE. Beat up smaller guys, beat up slightly larger but still smaller than him guys, and just let him be that big guy that beats people up. Don't let him come out there and be like, I'm about to run down these people because I'm the big guy. I say what happened. I say what go. Like, no, he doesn't need that. He just let him be the big guy.
It's one of those, if nothing else, I'm interested to see what they're going to do with Big Cass going on forward. I think we can all agree on that. We're at least vaguely interested.
That is fair.
After this...
We go backstage to see Daniel Bryan laid out.
Right.
Dude was laid out. Enzo Amore didn't even look that bad off. Like, I was scared for him, boy. He was hurt.
Yes. But nevertheless, and the reason why they went back is because of the match that was about to happen. So the Iconics come out.
Just call them the Iconics, please.
No, they want to add another I. I'm going to emphasize that I.
Oh, God.
It's stupid that they need to add another I to Iconic. There's already 2 I's in Iconic.
They should have just left it the Iconic duo.
No, even if they have to take away the duo part, just call them the Iconics. That's fine. I understand that. But don't add another I at the beginning of Iconic.
I love their accents.
Oh, yeah, they're Australian.
I love really their accents. Legitimately...
I love their accent.
I can just listen to them talk all night. I'm just like...
I love their accent, but they're too corny for me.
Yeah, they can. Well, that's exactly what this promo is. I think
that's their characters are supposed to. Like,
yeah, I get it, but like I don't get it. Like,
I would say, nevertheless, they spent the first.
They came out. They typically being like the typical heel of like.
I was gonna say they spent like what 5 minutes mocking. I don't know, freaking. The TV was muted because I didn't want to hear them.
No, they were just like, "Ooh, you look so good. You look so good. Oh, look at us. Oh my God!" Like they.
Then Becky Lynch and Asuka come out. And then
Empress of Tomorrow, more like Empress of Yesterday.
Oh.
Corny ass.
But nevertheless,
get the hell off my TV screen.
But nevertheless, these guys, they have a match.
I
mean, this is kind of what you would expect more than anything else from a match like this. It's one of those like the Asuka and Lynch. They look dominant throughout the whole entire thing, but
due to heelish tactics.
Mainly because of because of a major collision, as is put in my notes or whatnot. Peyton Royce capitalizes on Becky Lynch getting a win off the bottom rope. 1, 2, 3.
Propped up on the bottom rope.
So
like
in Asuka's first match on SmackDown Live, she gets a loss. Welcome to SmackDown Live.
Yo,
she didn't take the pin. I know.
Straightforward though. If they add. Because it's been rumored the past couple weeks, and I'm pretty sure y'all know where I'm going with this. If they add a women's tag team division, I hope the Iconics are the first ones to hold the belt. I know, y'all.
It depends on who else is teaming up. I wouldn't be surprised if they would. I know there would be like Absolution,
the Riot Squad.
No, they're on Raw.
But still, like.
If they made a cross brand, yes.
From what the rumors are like looking for, they are looking into doing cross brand for the tag team, but they haven't gotten all the details yet. So it's still possible that we could end up with just like the men. We could have a Raw women's tag team and a SmackDown Live women's tag team.
I don't think there's enough women like separately. I think they need to do a joined one if they're going to do that. But nevertheless, we're getting way too far. Let's get back. Let's get back from SmackDown Live. Let's get back to SmackDown Live, to where we had Jimmy Uso going up against Rowan.
But before that happens, we had a backstage segment where Naomi is like, "Man, please just be careful. Come on now, you're my husband because we didn't know that was thing. Good job."
I feel like the audience needs to be reminded here and there.
I don't understand like this. Okay, sorry, I'm fast forwarding here, but.
I mean, I was going to say that.
I don't know why they got rid of their first names, like Harper and Rowan. I
don't get that either, but
it takes away from the humanity of it. Like,
I think that might be.
That's
part
kind of the
it.
point, considering the fact that they're the Bludgeon Brothers. They're supposed to be this they're supposed to be this unstoppable like soulless force that's going to just destroy everything inside.
Yeah, but that's how they're portraying the authors of pain. And
yeah, they have simple first names as well, Akim and Razor.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Wait, we didn't see them on Raw this week.
No, we didn't.
Holy crap.
Yeah, but neither did you see Paul Ellering either.
Well, Paul Ellering's gone. Like they left him after the first week. Like they.
He's still standing in that spot too. What you got?
Oh yeah, he's still in that. He's still standing. He's still in that spot in New Orleans.
Yep, still standing right there.
He's like,
I know, but
boys.
But what I'm saying is, I know you didn't see Paul. That's what I'm saying is you didn't see Paul Ellering either, in the sense of like he hasn't found a new client.
Oh, you think he's gonna get a new client soon?
Oh yeah,
I can see it.
Probably in NXT. I wonder who would be in NXT.
He's got a Hall of Fame ring, right? That's what that is.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Anyways,
I can see him teaming up with Ciampa. I can see it.
Oh my God! Yes. Just stop talking. That's perfect. That's brilliant. That's good enough.
No more ideas. You're done for the night.
That's like,
all right.
No.
Just in case you have one more.
Okay, I was saying like that's the best idea you could ever have. That's
damn.
Other than starting this podcast, I'm sorry.
Oh God.
That's the best. Sorry, that's the best fantasy booking idea you've had. There we go. Anyways, but nevertheless, Jimmy Uso and Rowan, they have a match. It looks like it's gonna be like last week. I was gonna say. it looks like it's going to be like last week to where the Bludgeon Brothers are going to dominate when...
Bring it to the top.
Naomi comes out twerking and everything she can do to distract the Bludgeon Brothers, which she does, and Jimmy Uso gets the win.
Which proves beyond the shadow of a doubt that
pretty lady no,
Naomi's ass
Jesus Christ
is inescapable. It's the ultimate weapon. You can't not look at it. You gotta look at it.
Anyways,
it's amazing.
So after this, we had the contract signing of Carmella and Charlotte for their match at Backlash. Carmella comes out and she's basically hyping herself. I was like, I don't think you guys really appreciate what I have done, what I am doing right now. So you know that video package that I had last week that was all about me? Well, here it is again. And she plays it. And it's like, what? You guys didn't appreciate me enough? You know what? I'll start playing it again. I just want to see that again. It just looks good. And it starts to play before, thank God, Charlotte shows up.
I don't know. I feel like Carmella's a whiny heel. And
that's kind of what she's supposed to go for.
I know, but she needs to do something that like livens her up as a heel.
It's one of those I'm fine with. For God's sakes, like you saw how she won the women's money, the women's championship.
Yeah, James Ellsworth.
Not the Money in the Bank, the championship. There's a difference. The Iconics beat her up, and then
James Ellsworth.
No.
Because he wanted the Money in the Bank, and that's how she won.
I said the championship, not the Money in the Bank.
That's how she won the championship.
She did.
Anyways, Charlotte comes out. Carmella signs the contract, or they sign the contract, and Carmella's like, trying to be annoying as all get out, going, woo, 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 woo. Whenever Charlotte fumbles, slamming her face into the table. She grabbed her hat and it flew off. Carmella slams herself into the table, and then Charlotte flips the table before giving out a nice loud... Or wait, before all that, she gave a nice loud woo! Before doing all that. Basically, Charlotte came out on top. Okay, I'm fine with that. It was a solid segment, got the point across.
It was solid, yep.
After this, so Shelton Benjamin comes out, and then we hear Jeff Hardy, he comes out, before he's stopping for a couple seconds before they finally play Randy Orton's music. I mean, the two have it's Randy Orton and
Shelton Benjamin. You can't go
with
wrong.
Jeff Hardy watching from commentary
on the sidelines.
On the sideline.
When all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a masked man emerged.
I was gonna say the match that Orton and Benjamin had. It's pretty good. And once again, we have Shelton Benjamin, Randy Orton fighting in a match with Jeff Hardy watching on the sideline. Jay, what year is it again?
2018.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, it's 2018. Yeah, no.
When all of a sudden, a masked man emerged out of nowhere, like Randy Orton's RKO. I'm kidding. So basically, this masked man emerged and attacked Jeff Hardy first, and then got into the ring and tried to attack Orton.
Well, Orton stopped it, unmasked it to reveal that it was Sunil Singh. Dun, 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 dun.
What is he doing on SmackDown?
Well, I mean, he's sneaking a quick little distraction to get let Jeff Hardy know that Jinder is not playing around come Friday.
Don't hinder Jinder.
Don't hinder Jinder. But Randy Orton hits him hits Singh with an RKO. Before Benjamin quick
hits Orton with the pay dirt. 1, 2, 3. Shelton Benjamin, the gold standard, is back.
Yes. I mean, overall, it was a solid match. Finally, we get to our main event. So earlier tonight, we learned that Shinsuke has officially aligned himself with Rusev and Aiden English. And, the three were going to be part of a match. And
Rusev Day.
And Renee Young was interviewing AJ Styles, and she was like, "You're going to find him." I was like, "No, I got the help from a few good brothers."
And it's going to be sweet.
It's going to be too sweet. Basically, the club is back together.
Alluding. I like their new merch too. OGBC.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a release before Mania. That was for Balor Club.
You hear this?
I
Listen, OGBC.
I know what it stands for.
We all know what it meant.
But nevertheless, and so
we know.
So AJ and the club, they come out and they do their little join thing. Aiden English comes out, does his usual song for Rusev Day. Amazing one. And then, oh my god, guys, I probably love this a little bit more than I wanted to. So, we're expecting Shinsuke Nakamura when we see this video of, like, a band getting set up or whatnot. And then freaking Shinsuke's theme went as dark as Shinsuke have. I'm talking about, like, a lot more bass was added to it. They had, like, a Japanese guy rapping over it or whatnot. It's
yes,
like
and I've looked up the lyrics. I love the lyrics. What this is actually an Corey Graves spoke it, which it was rumored some time back that it was true, but it works well with the story now. The reason that Shinsuke got a band to sing over his theme and pretty much redo his whole theme song is so that way the fans can't sing along with it anymore, because he said, screw the fans, I don't need them.
Yeah, basically. And so I know there was one person that like made a joke that was about AJ, continuing to punch AJ in the nuts, but I don't know what the legit lyrics are. But nevertheless, guys, please tell me that I'm not the only one that thinks this song is absolutely amazing.
I love it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh my god, it was nasty.
It's not gonna stop people from going.
Oh, of course it's
because right at the very beginning, there's still a little bit that you can still sing to.
And honestly, you could probably still sing it over like the lyrics or whatnot.
So you're not in tune with me.
Well, that's the way to sing it though.
Oh!
Nevertheless. So I think we can all agree that Shinsuke Nakamura freaking rocked his new
and loves AJ Styles nuts.
Well, we knew that for like a couple of weeks. Does this make Shinsuke Nakamura the new king of Dong Style?
I hope Joey Ryan smacks you. I hope he smacks you, right? I hope he smacks you across.
Chirp, cricket, not funny.
No, to be fair, sorry.
Zero stars.
I would say, are you kidding me? That's a negative 5 stars. No, I'm wrong because he is the king of Dong Destroy. He is the Dong Destroyer. So one day, whenever Shinsuke, if he ever leaves WWE, we're going to get King of Dong Style versus Dong Destroyer. That's gonna be a headline for a match.
The long Dong Silver.
Anyways.
Oh, God.
Nevertheless, these guys have about as good of a match as you would expect from these guys. Well, I wouldn't say expect, but like they have a solid match, good bit back and forth.
It was actually, you know what? In my opinion, I watched this entire match, and I liked it. It was more aggressive than I expected.
Oh yeah.
Both superstars were going almost full speed, which it wasn't a slow match, which I really enjoyed.
I mean, to be fair, AJ, he was dead set on making sure to get revenge on Shinsuke for what he was done.
but I mean, even Rusev was like, even Rusev and English were like going full bore, which I really appreciated. I want to see more of it, WWE. Make it happen.
But nevertheless, there's a point to where like everyone's basically getting tossed out of the ring or whatnot. Gallows is standing in the ring. Shinsuke Nakamura.
Gallows is looking especially strong. Go ahead.
Okay, well, sadly, Gallows is also the one that took the pinfall in this one. Yeah, Shinsuke gets him on his knees, does a Kinshasa to the back of his head. 1, 2, 3. Shinsuke gets the win. After the match, AJ Styles tries to attack Nakamura, but Shinsuke is able to get the low blow.
Right in the sack.
Sets up for a Kinshasa again.
Right in the phenomenal ones.
But like he sets up for a Kinshasa, but Carl Anderson took the bullet for AJ Styles on this one.
There's nothing to hit you with.
That's what Corey Graves essentially said.
Oh, well.
Stop. You're ruining the Undisputed
The elasticity?
Era. Yeah. It's the Undisputed Era. This thing.
Easy. Boogly. Watch out!
Anyways.
I still wish I had something to hit you with.
Anyways, long story short, Anderson got hit with a Kinshasa before getting hit by another Kinshasa.
Got hit with 2 Kinshasas.
With AJ being like, "No, brother, don't!
Good brother, do sweet me to death. Till death do
I
us
can't do it. I got hit in the sack. Oh dear God, it hurts.
The dick. Why does he keep hitting me in the dick?
He kicked me. in the dick.
AJ Styles not gonna have no more kids.
Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
I was saying, for God's sake, he's got like what, 3, 4 of them? I think he's had enough. I think that's more than enough. Anyways,
he keeps kicking me in the dick.
But nevertheless, that's how SmackDown ends.
Why did he keep kicking me in the dick?
Let's get to our superstar and our match of the week. Let's start with superstar. Who wants to go first?
Why not? Superstar of the week. As much as I want to give it to Strowman again because he's just super over.
Who are you going to give it to?
I'm actually going to give it to Drew. Drew
McIntyre.
Woo!
Go on.
I don't know. I like everything that Drew is doing with Ziggler right now. Their tag team finisher is the sickest in the company right now. And they got everything going for him. Nah, it's better than the Magic Killer. It's better than the Shatter Machine.
They got it's a good finisher.
Claymore into a zigzag. Just
that was weird.
Oh man, we're experiencing technical difficulties.
No, you're good. It's just I needed the charger because I just got the notification. There we go. We're good.
Anyways,
his battery was running lower. I don't know. I was gonna come up with a funny and I missed it.
Anyways, but yeah. So Drew McIntyre. Go back. Continue. Are you done?
Oh no, I was done. I really like what WWE is doing with Drew on the main roster. I can really appreciate it.
For me,
nah, you can go ahead.
All right, for me, my superstar of the week. It's no surprise. I'm giving it to Shinsuke Nakamura. Whenever you give us the remix to.
This is a thing. We have to do this every video now.
All right.
Anyways, no. So whenever you get a remix to probably one of the best themes in WWE, and it's better than what it already was, you already are high in my book. But nevertheless, he continued to show his truly a new aggressive side to him with this match. And I mean, like, the ending to where he's just Kinshasing everyone and their mother, like, it just proves that this dark Shinsuke is what we all needed in WWE.
It's like the new RKO.
Yeah, it's like the new RKO. Yeah, I can see that. So with that, I'm going to give Shinsuke Nakamura my superstar of the week. Jay, who's your superstar?
I think I'm going to go with Shinsuke. I'm going to go with Shinsuke. I'm going Shinsuke.
Would you like to elaborate on why you're going Shinsuke?
Because his heel work has just been fantastic. It's continuing to be fantastic. It makes me happy. Like, I don't think I've been this happy for a heel character in a long time. Oh my goodness, it's so great. I would not be surprised if they pull the biggest swerve of the year and have him go over at the Greatest Royal Rumble and win the WWE Championship. I could see it.
I'm gonna say
honestly, I can make the argument that I could see every title on the line changing hands at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
I could too, but
the argument can be made, but I don't think it'll happen. Mm-hmm. I don't think it'll happen.
I hope it doesn't happen. As much as I'm like, ooh, it could. I hope it doesn't.
But back to Shinsuke.
Yeah, no. Just his work has been great. He has been fantastic. He himself has just been fantastic. His heel work, the limited promos that he's been cutting, the fact that he's still like, oh, sorry, I don't speak English. Ha, sorry. Fuck y'all. But essentially, and it's just been great, and I cannot wait to see where we're going with this. If it's setting up for a one-on-one with him and Daniel Bryan, or if it's setting up with a triple threat with him and AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan, I don't know. Whatever we're getting out of Shinsuke Nakamura turning heel, I am here for it, and I am ready.
All right. With that, we go from superstar to match of the week. Who's got the...
I got this one.
You got this one. Go for it.
And mine actually isn't a match. It's a segment that we didn't mention on SmackDown. Samoa Joe talking about what's about to happen this Friday at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
All right. Since I forgot to mention it, you can elaborate.
Samoa Joe basically was running down how he's about to rip the IC belt away from Seth Rollins. Then he's going to go on to Backlash, but he's kind of afraid because he's afraid that he's not going to have a match at Backlash because Roman is going to get destroyed by Brock Lesnar. He's going to get decimated. He's not going to have anybody to leave. He's going to go on. He's just going to sit back and relax after the Greatest Royal Rumble with his new IC belt. And that Roman is going to get left buried in the sands of the Saudi Arabian desert. when I tell you there were chills when I heard him say that.
This man.
Bro, there was chills. This man sold it. I was ready.
He just wants to see Roman Reigns disappear. That's all he. That's
not really.
The segment.
No, not really. I
don't
know.
If you are finished, then you.
Sorry, Jay, are you finished?
I'm finished.
Okay.
Samoa Joe and his promo is my match/segment of the week.
Your boy's favorite segment.
Or
match. True. I'm gonna give it to. You know what? I'm going to give it to the main event of SmackDown.
Ooh. Okay, go on.
Like I said, I just really like the aggro. I just really like the aggressiveness that every single superstar was showing. All 6 superstars looked dominant at one point, and it was just a really good match. You know, Rusev throwing Machka kicks and... I swear to God. And AJ Styles and Gallows. Gallows was looking like hella strong.
I feel kind of bad. I actually feel kind of bad because Rusev out here looking like a freaking monster. He's about to get laid to rest in a casket by the Undertaker.
And it wasn't like what sold it for me is like I said, the aggressiveness. So like when he threw when Gallows threw someone in the corner, it wasn't like a brisk jog over there. It was like a it upped the realism for me, so appreciate it.
Well, for me, I'm giving my segment to what you gave it to what ended SmackDown. I'm giving it to what opened SmackDown. Miz TV with Big Cass.
Ew.
Now, look. One, it's great to see the Miz back on SmackDown Live. It makes me interested to see some of the stuff they're going to do with him on there. Because, to be fair, I'm going to be honest, I need a little break from him having the IC belt. Just a little break. I'm not saying like he's stay away forever.
By this time next year, he will have broken Chris Jericho's record.
I'd say at least tie it. Anyways, so, but nevertheless, so you good, man? Just making sure. No, but like it's good to see Miz back, and then Big Cass to come out unexpectedly because we were expecting Daniel Bryan. Who here wanted to see Miz and Daniel Bryan? Exactly, everyone wanted that.
Oh, we didn't mention that. It has been announced that Daniel Bryan will be facing Big Cass at Backlash.
Yes, that's
so
happening.
that is the blow off of all of that little
back and
forth between the two of them.
But nevertheless, back to what I'm originally getting at. So, but like the fact that Big Cass can come out there and be honestly on par. I wouldn't say besting the Miz when it comes to promo, but like being up there with the Miz with giving the better promo out of the two or whatnot, and giving me kind of a feeling of one of the best in the WWE with Edge or whatnot, with the way he was delivering that promo or whatnot. It made me. How should I put this? It made me more excited for Big Cass than I already was. The fact that he was already brought over to SmackDown and the fact that they're giving him sort of this main event push, this kind of promo got me more interested in Big Cass. And I'm very intrigued to see what they're going to do with him from here on forward. So with that, I'm giving this segment between The Miz and Big Cass my segment of the week. And with that, I think
awesome! But we still got one last segment to do. This, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the dry macaroni moment of the week. That is the moment of the week that left a dry taste in my and possibly many other people's mouth. Now, I thought about this very meticulously because I knew that I was going to have to bring a dry macaroni moment back because the past 2, maybe 3 weeks I haven't had one. I had to search, but I didn't have to search that hard because the opening to Raw. Not talking about the Bruno Sammartino vignette, no. Talking about the legitimate opening to Raw. Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns. WWE, I have one really big question. Why? I know for a fact that you are shelling out, you guys are almost literally hemorrhaging money to keep that big block of a behemoth you call Brock Lesnar in your pocket. You don't have him say a single word. He barely lifts his fingers. And you mean to tell me all this money that y'all are wasting on this guy? I can't say wasted because he actually has produced some pretty good stuff in the past year and a half. But you're hemorrhaging money to get this guy on television. You're having to pay him by appearance. And you mean to tell me you can't even have those people experience a suplex, an F5 nothing? He's on television for what? 10 minutes? That's it? He spent $100,000 just for standing on TV while Paul Heyman said the exact same thing he's been saying for 3 weeks. For like 3 years. What are y'all doing, WWE? Come on. I was so hyped. I was like, Brock Lesnar's coming back. It's right before the Greatest Royal Rumble. We're about to get some blow off, man. They're about to like fight. We're about to see Roman Reigns get F5. We're going to see Brock Lesnar get Superman punch, something. But no, we got Paul Heyman running his mouth, and we got Roman Reigns saying like 2 sentences, dropping the mic, and walking away like a punk. That was trash. I hated it. Left a dry taste in my mouth. You're probably disappointed the hell out of those fans. I am disappointed. And WWE, you have dished out a truly horrendously dry helping of macaroni.
See, Jay,
damn it, I wish that you guys would stop it.
See, Jay, I said this last week. I'm going to say it again. You talk about Roman Reigns like he's your fucking ex, okay?
Actually, first and foremost, ew, that was a disgusting laugh. And, excuse me, I said it was Brock Lesnar and the amount of money that he was being hemorrhaged to afford. My dry macaroni moment was to...
Sorry. He's dying. He's dying.
No. You deserve it. You deserve it. No, take the hat off. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Here, you ready? Jesus, you're killing this man. We need him alive.
No, we don't.
That's the most savage. That's the most savage thing I've ever heard Nathan say, bro. Yo.
Anyway,
now before we leave, since this video is probably going to be going up after the Greatest Royal Rumble, do you guys want to just quickly pick who you think's going to win each match? Just like super duper quick.
Sure.
Very, very quick. I'm talking bullet points, fam.
Okay, so we'll just
speed round, motherfuckers.
We'll go from the bottom up. Undertaker versus Rusev. Undertaker.
Rusev.
Okay.
Casket match. Wow, all right.
It's a casket match. So, I mean,
anything's possible.
John Cena versus Triple H.
John Cena.
Cena.
All
right. Cruiserweight Championship. Cedric Alexander versus Kalisto.
Alexander.
SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Bludgeon Brothers versus Usos. Bludgeon Brothers. Raw, the vacant Raw Tag Team Championship.
Woken Lovers.
Woken Wyatt. U.S. Championship. Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal. Jeff Hardy. All right, the Intercontinental Championship ladder match: Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and The Miz. Seth Rollins.
Give me the lineup one more time.
Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, The Miz.
Finn Balor.
I'm saying Seth Rollins.
Samoa Joe.
WWE Championship: AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke. Steel cage match for the Universal Championship: Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar.
I'm calling Brock. I'm calling it's going to be Brock.
And then the greatest Royal Rumble, the 50-man Royal Rumble match. Who you guys?
What was the prize? I know they announced a prize for it. What was it?
It's a trophy. It's a trophy.
That's the prize.
But I'm sure whatever they win, they're going to use that to help cultivate.
Braun Strowman.
You say Braun Strowman? Who you say?
I'm gonna go with Braun Strowman too. Now that you say that.
Daniel Bryan eliminating Kevin Owens last.
Kevin Owens? You mean Big Cass?
No, Kevin Owens.
Why Kevin Owens?
Because I imagine there's still a little bit of that heat between him and between those two, and I can see that as just like they can protect Big Cass by having them be eliminated early or whatnot,
I could see Kevin eliminating.
Oh
Sammy.
no! Daniel Bryan eliminating The Miz.
Either or. Do you guys want to go back to any of your picks? Elaborate why you picked what you picked?
Nah.
I'm Gucci.
I was like, because I'm curious on why you picked Brock Lesnar against Roman Reigns.
One, because if Samoa Joe doesn't win the IC belt, they're not going to have it to be. They're not going to make it a Universal Championship match at Backlash, because then it becomes really predictable. So what? We're going to have Samoa Joe potentially win the Universal belt, then have both of the main card belts on SmackDown? No, man.
I don't mean to cut you off. I don't know if you guys saw. I don't know. I mean, I saw you looked up the most recent card, but apparently, I read an article today. Apparently, there are some local advertisements.
Yeah.
To advertise the Greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, and apparently, Bobby Lashley is on the cover of the Intercontinental title match to make it.
I heard about that, but
to make it a fatal 5-way.
I'll say, but no matter whether or not he's in the match or whatnot, I don't think he's winning it.
I still think.
I'm still sticking with Seth Rollins with this one. I do want to say, I think it's actually kind of surprising we all went with Shinsuke. I expected one of us to say AJ Styles, but
it's time for
because at this point now,
it's time for him to drop it.
It would be stupid for them.
Everybody thought he was going to win it at Mania, and
I'll say, but there's still Backlash as well. They could have.
But they're trying to make this Greatest Royal Rumble very historic. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a house show. That just
this is a glorified house show that they have a whole set and apparently pyro for.
Yeah.
But apparently, and you know what?
That's Saudi money, man. That's Saudi money.
Well, you know what they could change about it too? They could make it not PG because they don't have a. It's going to be on the WWE Network, and that's it. They don't have a TV rating to fulfill.
Oh, one last thing. Who do you think's going to be the biggest surprise entrant for the Greatest Royal Rumble? I'm going to go ahead and say it. Hulk Hogan.
Ew.
Look, if there's a place that they're going to do it, it's going to be Saudi Arabia.
You know what?
Shawn Michaels, hell.
If his medical works out, Dean Ambrose.
Okay, I can see that. I don't think it will be, but I can see that.
You know who I could see?
Who?
Actually, them doing this for like a one-off thing since he's still technically under WWE contract? Sting.
Yeah, I could see that for Sting.
I could, as like a one-off thing, they're never probably going to do it.
Sorry to down your thing about Great Khali, but he is actually announced for the match. Great Khali is going to be.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Mark Henry.
I would say Mark Henry and Rey Mysterio.
They keep saying that, but I refuse to believe that until I see it.
I think he's gonna be in it.
Booyaka, booyaka! Sick. Bobby Lashley?
I mean,
I just like Bobby Lashley. I think him and Strowman or him and.
We're almost done.
Oh, I know. I'm just pushing in my chair. I just didn't feel like sitting down anymore.
Okay, well,
can we just say this right now? I went back and watched WrestleMania 23.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Lashley used the running power slam in his match against Umaga. WrestleMania 23.
Was that the finish?
No, that wasn't the finish, but it was leading up to it.
It was a highlight.
It was one of the highlights because pretty much the whole match Umaga had been cheating and doing all that he could to win.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so since we got through all that stuff with the Greatest Royal
Rumble,
Jay, can you take us home, Jay?
With that being said, that was the Weekly Rundown brought to you by What the Wrestling. I've been Jay Sean. That's been Natty. That's been Rocky Gold. If you guys would, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up down below. Let us know that you enjoyed this. Why don't you go ahead and subscribe to us if you haven't already subscribed to us. Hit that little notification bell so that way you know every time we upload something here on this channel. Go ahead and comment your favorite part of the week. Comment anything that you thought that we said was controversial. Go ahead and hit us up on Twitter because our Twitter always is linked down below. And share the video with everybody that you know because sharing is truly caring. With that being said, I've been Jay Sean.
I've been Natty.
Rocky Gold.
And we will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you watch out for us. Yeah.
Also, where your Mimi goes.
Ring.